Kesukara. It is a glorious day in Throsia. Since that dark day not yet 6 years ago, when the archaic system of clans nearly failed us, we have all but cleansed the land of all those who foolishly continue to ally themselves with the clans of Talum, Veneda, Krieg, and Aria. Their guardians...
Good job, Core. Good job, Krello. Good job, Core. You guys both did a great job. You guys gave him extra time today just because you were feeling lenient. I know you could have broken in the second they started filming.
Great job.
But you let them feel like they were winning for a second.
Yes. Who are you?
I'm Callias.
What? Who am I?
Core. Krello.
What is this?
Oh! Hex Center! Welcome, Throtians, to the Hex Center.
It has been a amazing quest so far.
Amazing. We've got a lot of exploration happening. We've seen more of the clan of Veneda, and we got some combat with a crow.
With a crow, with some gargoyles.
With some gargoyles.
Stony gargoyle.
With a very strong paternal sense of caring.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We've been trying to give you a bigger picture of what's happening here at the Hex. A bigger picture of them going into these planes, receiving the boons of their champions, receiving the boons of Talum, Krieg, and now Veneda. Hopefully, we'll see how things turn out by the end of today's adventure. But our friend Pashi, he's been trapped behind the bar all this time.
I know, and you know what? He never gets out.
Never. He exclusively serves drinks and snacks. In fact, now that I think about it, Dermot kind of escaped. You know, now he's traveling a little bit. It's a vacation.
Yeah, it's probably a little less, more vacation, more hiding.
Yeah, hiding as a political.
Mountains,
yeah,
getting hunted down by, you know.
Doesn't sound very vacation-y.
Yeah.
But Pashi has given us a chance to explain more of the things happening here at the Hex. He's filmed a couple of these, recorded them for us to show, and so we're going to show you one of these starting now.
So now you may be wondering, what happens? What happens here? When our champions have gathered around the table in the Hextant, what is going on? Well, that is part of the story I'm going to tell. You see, I also wield magic, this humble barkeep. Of course, the magic does not belong to me. It belongs to this place. And by ringing that bell, I can open a channel by which the guardians and the champions may communicate. I can also use these keys, and you'll see them from time to time in the epic stories that we tell. And these keys allow us to open portals where our champions can travel to other places, to these fantastic adventures. But the question remains, if we see them here, then what is out there? Are they in two places at once? And the answer is yes, and in the way of my people, also no. Because as they are here in physical form, their mortal essence is sent forth through these portals. Their mortal essence. Remember that. Because whatever happens to their mortal essence as they're out questing and adventuring to the good of all of us, that mortal essence is in dire danger. For if their mortal essence is slain, so too are the bodies here. So our champions are well worth our praise, our magic and our faith, because they are putting their lives on the line for us.
Man, he has a way with words. He just lulls me into calm and security.
That grumbly voice. Sounds like you're going over like long highway drives, you know, just
honestly,
horses pulling you over the bumpy roads.
Honestly, it makes me thirsty.
Makes you thirsty.
Yeah.
Which is good because he gives you drinks.
I mean, he's a barkeep.
You know, and this makes me think of other things. We were talking about Dermot, poor Dermot out there as a fugitive hiding from the Reapers. Goranak yesterday in that interview, things got a little sad.
Yeah, really personal. We did get into some personal details with him. He had his teeth forcibly removed.
His tusks.
From his father.
And He didn't straight out say it, but I have heard this. His father was a reaper. Well, namely one of Kesukara's forges, which don't really enjoy magic. They tend to discriminate a bit against the magical races. There are some issues with reapers. The Hexant and the reapers aren't on very good terms currently. And we just want to remind you that that's not normal. Goranak is a wonderful lad.
He is.
A wonderful man, a fearsome warlock. And, you know, the reapers may have to answer that someday.
Yeah. You know, we talk about Veneda being these shadowy figures in the curtains.
Yeah.
Don't check the curtains.
Don't check the curtains.
But we're starting to see a lot of heart.
A lot of heart.
Like it might be obscured. It might be hidden. It might be, you know, dodging the cynical eyes of those around us. I mean, we see a little bit of Goranak, and we see.
But you know, I think Throtians can all agree we all love Goranak.
Yeah.
Go applaud for Goranak.
We love
please.
Goranak.
Thank you.
That's right.
He's among my favorites.
He is. He's one of mine.
But moving on to happier times, happier futures ahead of us. Let's talk about the champions and what they've accomplished so far, leading into this
I think
next
that's
adventure.
a great idea.
Tuska Grimfang, our half-orc barbarian. Who'd have thought he had such a poet's spirit in him?
I know. We talked to Kriegs before. We've went through, and now we realize I'm starting to see a pattern. I'm starting to see a pattern of passion, of fire, and they're just driven by their heart. You know?
Yeah.
Like we
Which
had.
is curious, because
Yeah.
Heldora told us she had hers removed.
Right. But we have Helmer who
Got
was
married.
who is getting married.
Is getting married.
To,
Engaged.
to Drizelia, who actually we
Again.
have these
I have
wedding
sent my
invitations.
falcon already.
I mean, we are getting beautiful
Yes, actually.
illustrations.
Krello, if you could show
if
that
you
for
could show
us.
that, that'd
yeah.
be great.
This is by one of our noble Throtians, Justin.
Who I would like to award 100 Summoner's Boon points. Please.
That's official. That's official.
It's on the record.
Yeah,
it's on the record.
Justin.
But then, all right, so passionate there, right?
So yeah, let's see an example of that. Let's see an example of his passionate poetry out of nowhere.
Of Tuska's poetry, yeah, let's see.
Loving you is like
An axe to the skull.
no. It's
Ah!
I think we
Very
should.
direct, very forward, and always on your mind.
nicely. I like it.
You know?
I never thought that was going to turn out to be sweet.
Me neither. Me neither. I always pictured an axe coming to my head as a moment of terror, but how he described it, I'd be like, I get it. He
Yeah,
likes me.
I get it. I
That's
get
nice.
it. Which
That's nice.
which is why I think Eldora rose to the top, because without her heart, she is focused, she's determined, and she just loves fighting.
Yeah, with no more love per se. All the love is her blood boiling, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, right at the top of the adventure, she knocked him to the ground with her own forehead.
That's right.
Sorry, we just like Heldora. I know we're supposed to be talking about Tuska,
Yeah,
but
let's
Heldora.
move on.
What a lady.
Let's go to
Big-
Veneda's own Big John.
Mm-hmm.
You are not members of the Cunning Dead.
We're not cunning at
No,
all.
but I am a member of Veneda. See my button.
John.
It truly
I
is.
got the button.
John.
What?
Shh.
What? I don't.
John.
Is that something to keep a secret?
Yes.
From
I think
the
they
Veneda
don't
people?
like it. They don't. I don't know if they like them or not.
They,
Wait, what?
you don't know if the gargoyles who guard Lady Veneda's house
true.
like Veneda.
They just attacked us.
And that's really what we've seen with Big John so far. He has been pure honesty throughout this entire adventure.
Before we started going into the plane of Veneda, we were talking about they got a bad rap. I
They
mean,
do.
You hear Veneda, what do you think? Assassinations, people in the curtains don't look, shadows everywhere. But here's Big John, the cutest little guy,
Yeah,
halfling
the cutest little halfling there
in
is.
the world. Honest, bears his heart on his sleeve every chance he gets. I don't think he's even snuck away once. He's hidden, technically, once.
Yeah, he's hidden, but I don't think that he's hidden from our hearts. let's
That
move
was
on.
beautiful.
Let's move on.
So after this, they were led to a door, and I think this gives us a great moment to see how different champions handle different moments. Lunin, our Clan Talum champion this adventure, is quite the poet.
He is quite the poet.
And not in the way that Tuska was a poet, like actually, legitimately, like
with
beautiful.
his words.
Yeah.
He's been in nature so long that he can just paint a picture with his words and with his mind, saying things like that he's loved, that you're as beautiful as the thousands of days in the future. I'm
That was
paraphrasing.
a good one. That was a good one. I'm sure we're going to see more tonight, but we're going to show you somewhere he did that to a bird. Let's roll it.
May I have Quill and maybe take a chatter at the bird and see if we can get a clue?
You are welcome to.
Quill. Yes.
That's lovely.
She says she's dumbfounded. We'll have to try something else. Okay. Well, okay. The part of the bird.
A noble attempt.
It was a noble attempt, and that means that he can speak in poetry in bird, I guess. He can speak bird.
He is a nature elf in the nature of the birds and the bees and the trees and the leaves and.
Yeah, it's just constantly on his mind, and so is that branch.
That's true. It doffed a wonderful artist's hat earlier.
Yeah, but they didn't get through that door. Like, that bird didn't help, and so we had to
Rely on other people's abilities.
people.
And that's where we got to see Sister Posey. Before we show that clip, I want to talk a little bit about Sister Posey and Sir Nock's relationship. See, when I heard about her, I had assumed that she was a younger woman, but with elves, they can be a younger woman and be 3 centuries old.
That's right. And Sir Nock is a half-orc.
Half-orc. So, unbeknownst to us, Sir Nock was raised by Sister Posey.
That's right.
She was, in effect, her school leader. She raised him, scolded him when he was doing bad
scolded him when
things.
he was doing things that were wrong. And yeah.
It's like you've got this strange mother-child dynamic going on in the middle of battle.
And as we know, Sister Posey, she loves babies. She loves children.
She did say that.
And as such, I think that she understands when you need to look further into investigation or riddles or things like that. And that's how they ultimately got through this door. Can we watch that clip?
So Krieg is about to do something a little silly. Just remind him to establish consent.
I mean, with that age of wisdom, or age of an elf, just comes this sheer wisdom of, being able to investigate riddles.
Throshin's here in the office, the elect among us here in the Hex. Who has a teacher or a parent who has the eyes on the back of their head? Who knows? You ask them where the thing is. Yeah, we've got some hands coming up all over. They. As soon as you ask, they're like, where's my shoes? Right over there. Where's my anything? And they've seen it already 3 times before you even went to look for it. And immediately after Sister Posey did this, Sir Nock was like, yep, she did that all the time. I couldn't hide anything from her.
Couldn't.
Nothing. And it's still proven true, even going forward. Ultimately, we've got some strange dynamics in the champions today. We've got some very shy spirits that don't come forward. We've got natural, non-confrontational people, and then an orc ready to just throw axes into the middle.
Ready to fight. It's that passion that we were talking about earlier.
But we got to see this wonderful moment where they came together, not just as a group, not just as an adventuring party, but as musicians.
Oh, that's right.
Let's see that clip.
Yeah, let's see that.
All
right, all of you.
Okay.
Wow.
Onto the stage. Positions. It's very simple. If I point at you, play.
Okay.
All right.
And if I go like this, everyone plays. All right? We're going to start out one at a time. Going to build.
Oh.
We're going to make this work. We have to make this work. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. You'll be glorious.
We can do it. Believe in us.
All right. Let me begin to conduct.
beautiful music. It's like from the angels.
Stop! It's not working! Something's not right! Something's not right. I need... All right, everyone!
Yeah.
You know, I could listen to their music all day, but what really impressed me about that, in Veneda's playing, what did the Venedans do? Venedins do?
The Venedian Knights.
Venedian.
The Venusians.
They broke loose.
He did. Look at Goranak go on that cowbell.
And he was the Big John was holding the melody the entire time.
I think that's beautiful. Oh, Galivor.
Galivor's in the house. Galivor's in the hex.
I think we're ready.
Think we're ready?
Let's go.
Summoners, to your positions.
Yeah.
Summoners, call forth the citizens.
Citizens, come forth!
Haldora from Krieg, come forth!
I call forth Tuska Grimfey!
Goranak from Veneda, come forth!
I call for Big John!
Sir Knock of Clanaya, come forth! I call forth Sister Posey!
Marie Kaliadni of Talam, come forth!
I call forth Lumen!
Let the quest begin. Thank you, brave citizens, for joining us here in the Hexen this evening. We know that the roads are dangerous. Thank you for your bravery and your faith for our cause. Summoners, thank you for calling forth the citizens. We pray that you'll continue to bring more and more of them to join our number. Champions, thank you again for returning and lending your bravery and skill in this mighty quest. Barkeep, how are the keys?
The keys are charged sizzling with power.
Champions, may you fly safe on the wings of Sorios. Barkeep, please unlock and open the channel.
Unlocking and opening the channel.
Pat, need it. Got it. That worked. That was fine.
I feel like holding your breath is not the safest way to go about that.
Hey, look! I found Slithers! I don't know, I have a lot of pockets.
And now we have them. Fair.
As you come to yourselves back in the plain of Veneda, as you recall when we left you last, you were standing on the balcony in Lady Veneda's bedroom, having combated her pet bird in magical form. And as the bird flew, you saw it alight on the shoulder of Lady Veneda herself, standing down in the garden party, and she reached and gestured for you to join her. The balcony on which you stand begins to descend, forming stone steps.
That's a neat trick.
Well, it's your house. You can kind of do what you want, right?
It's true. Not secret passages and all that. I mean, it is Veneda.
All right.
As you approach Lady Veneda, you see that she's standing with a friend and they are whispering to each other, and soft laughter is passing between the two of them. They are pointing and gesturing to various members of this garden party in their fine garb going about, as you see her friend whisper and say, "Lady, lady, watch this." And she gestures and snaps her fingers as a man's toupee turns into a large tarantula and climbs down the side of his face, and they both cackle with laughter as he runs screaming off into the garden party.
I hope that was checked.
All right, I would like to approach her and say, "Excuse me, Lady Veneda, we have a word?"
Ah, friends. You've had quite the evening.
Oh, yes.
I hear you met my bird,
Yeah,
my
he's a jerk.
gargoyles.
Sorry
also
about
jerks.
that. Also, sorry about that. Sorry about a lot of things, I guess.
Oh, it's fine, darling. It's fine.
Is it?
Oh, good.
I haven't heard tales such as these for some time.
Fair.
So tell me.
Entertained.
I value few things more. So what brings you here?
Well, if truth be told, we were hoping that maybe you could help us with the key of Veneda.
Yeah.
Throsha's in a lot of danger.
Yes.
Also that.
Do you know how many pretty young things, just like yourselves, implore my name asking for blessings?
You called me pretty. I think you're pretty too.
How many prayers are uttered to Lady Veneda, begging for the constable to just keep walking, for the guard to stay asleep a few moments longer? How many promises are uttered and then broken? No, I'm afraid, young things, I've learned to lock away my heart, and you might say that I've thrown away the key.
The art is indeed a precious gift, but it can only grow larger if it's shared.
So where do you keep your garments then if you threw away the
You're a clever one, I like that. I tell you what, darlings, if you would win my heart and have my blessing, we need to have a good time. These parties have grown so dreadfully dull.
What do you consider a good time? My good time and your good time could be completely different things.
Maybe we could find out. Did you see what my friend did just then?
Oh, yeah, the whole
yes.
tarantula thing.
There are lots of stuffed, shirted guests here who could do with a bit of livening up. Maybe if you could play a little prank of your own.
Yeah, which one's Chet?
She looks across the garden party. There.
And can you point out Fiona to us?
Oh, Fiona, you know Fiona.
Yes, we've heard lovely things about her.
She's a lovely dancer, Fiona. And she points off, and you can see one of the maids tending to the needs of the garden party. She's lovely.
All right, see, I'm feeling very uneasy about doing anything spiteful to someone, but
Oh, don't hold back, darling.
Oh, I'm gonna go throw shit. Is there a fountain around?
Well, I'm saying perhaps if it's for Fiona's benefit and for the benefit of our friend, maybe it would be all right for a servant of Pleiana as I am to help you.
Can any of you light a small stick on fire?
No, I'm gonna pick up Chet and I'm gonna throw him in a fountain or on the food, just something.
I want each of you to perform something to amuse me.
Get on Chet!
He did call Chet.
No use Chet.
We can all use
We can all just pick on Chet for the
He's
entire
about to have
night.
the worst day of his life.
Just make sure Fiona is watching.
Right. Maybe someone gets her
But
attention.
wouldn't she feel bad for him?
Depends on what you do, I suppose.
Not if we make him look like he's the bad guy. We're retaliating.
We don't want to incite any violence. It's
I didn't say
slippery.
violence. I just said, make him look like the bad guy.
Oh.
All right. Okay. All right.
It's not. No, not at all.
Which of you will go first? I grow bored easily.
I would like to go. Oh,
Go ahead.
all right. I would like to cast thaumaturgy, and I would like to make Chet hear whispers of things that others may be speaking ill about him. Just around him, you can't quite place where they're coming from, but it's very clear that he's hearing gossip about him, and hopefully make him very uneasy.
All right. A gentleman with coiffed hair, a chiseled chin, and beautifully curled eyebrows. Heard the description that was received yesterday.
Oh, yeah. How does he do
You
that?
see him carrying a tray with hors d'oeuvres on it.
You mean ours devours?
Is that how you pronounce it?
Ours devours.
Oh.
It's ours devours.
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe that's the etymology.
Potato.
The etymology, yeah.
Walking around very primly as he suddenly turns. Growing more uneasy by the moment, he looks down and continues on with his tray. That was amusing, darling.
Yes.
And you?
All right. 90 little help. Big John. Mm-hmm. How quick are your hands?
Did you just ask me that? Yes, very quick.
You gotta ask sometimes. All right.
Okay.
So I'm gonna walk past you. Can you tip the tray so it slashes on me so I can get offended and chuckle and something?
Okay.
This is very fine Krieg attire, and I came here from the living world, wearing my finest Krieg rags, and how dare you mess them off?
Okay, I mean, that sounds good to me. I was going to, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm gonna, yeah.
So
okay, well, it's your
So
plan, so make it.
I'm gonna walk up to Chet and say, hey, what kind of hours are you serving tonight?
Every time he says it, I just die a little inside.
I really
Right, you're
like
saying it right.
hours. They're some of my favorite treats, But it depends on what you got tonight.
He begins to, in a very prim and proper fashion, describe the various and sundry salty treats that he has on his tray.
Guy thinks sweeter, you don't know. Variety, the sweet, the salty.
Okay, and while that conversation is going on, I will do whatever I need to do, to trip him or tickle him or anything, really. I know, you know what, tickle him. I'm going to tickle him so that he drops the plate onto my friend here.
Roll a melee attack.
Okay. All right. I was going for sleight of hand, but okay, melee attacks work.
We'll say dexterity, nimble fingers.
I hope you have nimble fingers.
Oh, no. 4.
Plus 4.
8.
I don't know how high the armor class is of one wearing a tuxedo.
Oh, that's true.
Maybe he just can't reach high enough to tickle him properly.
We could tickle his feet.
Tickling is a very low difficulty class.
Okay.
Basically, save the natural one. You're fine. You reach over casually and tickle him as he, and tips his tray of food all over you, Tuska.
Excuse me? This is Veneda. You all you're supposed to be the greatest butlers ever, and you do this to my fine Krieg rags?
I'm so sorry.
I came here from the living world, and
so
this
sorry.
is how you treat me?
I'm
and
so
I want to grab Chet by the collar, and where's the closest fountain or food dispensary?
There is a very nearby fountain.
I want to chuck him at it.
Roll a ranged attack roll.
I'm starting to feel really bad for Chet.
It's a 13.
Modifier.
+4.
17. He soars. His coiffed hair becoming very unkempt as he ploosh into this fountain, gasping for air as he sticks back up.
And you remember that. How dare you?
May I have a try?
Oh yes, darling, this is great fun. Go on.
Righty, right. I'm going to cast minor illusion to make Chet's eyebrows septuple in size and start acting like octopus arms that are reaching all over the place and grabbing for all the goals.
Hours devours.
Oh, I'm sorry, my
Yeah, you gotta get
pronunciation.
it right.
I feel like such a turnip.
We walk into their house, we need to say the way they say it. Yes, yes.
Right. I'm very sorry. We don't have hours devours.
There you go.
Exactly.
Righty, right.
As Chet
job.
is trying to come to himself, spluttering in this fountain, he begins to see these growths coming off of his face, wiggling back and forth. Oh! Oh dear! He's drawing quite a crowd around himself of people pointing and laughing. And Lady Veneda is holding her side, bent over double, laughing.
Be careful, the eyebrows are out of control.
Oh, darlings. Oh, darlings. I have a feeling tonight's going to be much more fun than normal.
Yay!
It is at this point that she gestures to you and says, please come, walk with me. As she leads you through the garden party, you see in the distance a pavilion that has a crowd of people beginning to gather around it. A pavilion with a crowd gathering around and the beginnings of music beginning to come from it as Lady Veneda opens her eyes wide and says excitedly, oh, it's time. Oh, let's be quick. The dance competition's about to begin.
Dance competition?
I love to dance.
Yes, Laura Finkelstein has won it the last 100 years running, and I'm so tired of hearing her talk about it. I would consider it a personal favor if one of you could dethrone her.
All right, Twinkle Toes, now's your time.
All right, let's go, everybody. Well, not time to dance. Let's go.
I've provided you with the finest dance teacher in the clan of Veneda. This is Miss Fiona Applewood.
This is not going to go well for me. I need these fancy hats.
Ah, yes, I need one of you here, one of you here, and you two over here. One and two. Okay. Now listen
just
up.
stomp a lot.
Yes, thank you. I'm going to teach you a phrase.
Okay.
I'm going to teach you piece by piece, then I'm going to do one practice with you. And then you compete, okay?
Oh.
Okay, great. You've got it. I have faith. Okay. And we begin with the first count. If you would like to bow, you may bow. If you would like to curtsy, you may curtsy. Is your choice.
What's the difference?
Here's a bow. Yes.
Krieg don't bow to no one.
All right, and then we have a curtsy. Well, you can curtsy. Great. Okay. That's how we begin.
Are there any rules
After
about
we've done that, we begin and we go.
Okay, just
step,
bows.
touch, step, touch. Turn to the other side. Great. And then you point to your right foot, point to your left foot, turn and pose. Great, great, great. That's the first section, okay? Then comes
section? How many sections are there?
There's three. You're fine. You're fine. And pose. Okay, and then we get funky. Can you do that? Can you get funky?
Yeah.
All right, we go. Left, right, left. Roll, roll. Great. Right, left, right. Roll, snap, roll, snap.
I got nothing.
I don't suppose Sister Posey used to teach you any dancing lessons.
It's great. It's great.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, then
It
we
was
go
a
back to
very
the first
different
section.
style.
And step, touch. Come around the Veneda way. Point and dramatic pose. Beautiful. We're great. All right.
Am I doing it?
I don't know. Okay,
don't know what you're doing.
Maestro, be ready. This is our practice. Okay, I will do it with you once as a practice,
Listen,
and then
you
we
taught
compete.
kids how to do this.
Oh, I never
Remember,
did
the
this
first
before
thing
in my
we do
Ow.
are the bows and curtsies.
All right.
Maestro, thank you. And curtsy and bow. And prepare. And here we go. And step, touch. Come around. And point. Dramatic pose. Get funky. Left, right, left. Roll. Roll. And step, touch. Turn. And point. And dramatic pose. Marvelous. Oh, it's marvelous. Great. Okay. I believe we're ready for the competition. Maestro, if we can the music, that'd be great. I will give you cues from the corner, but you're on. You'll do it 3 times. Oh. And my one piece of advice, stick to the tempo, or you will lose points. Oh, no. Good luck.
Round 1 of the dance competition is about to begin.
Well.
And bow.
Now.
And here we go. Step, touch, turn around. And point, and dramatic pose. Get funky, left, right, roll, right, left, right, roll, step, touch, turn around. And point, dramatic pose. What do we think? Good round 1. Let's do round 2. Remember the tempo. All right, maestro, here we go. And bow. No. And take a deep breath. And here we go. And step, touch, turn around. And point, dramatic pose. Get funky. And roll. Get funky. And roll. Step, touch, turn around. And point. And dramatic pose. Oh, marvelous.
I'm working muscles I didn't think existed.
I'm feeling really vulgar at the moment. All right, one last round. Now this is your chance to really show it, what you got.
We're not showing it.
You're doing great. Maestro, one more. And bow. And here we go. Step, touch, turn around. And point, dramatic pose. Funky, sneak, funky, sneak. Step, touch, turn around. Point, biggest dramatic pose ever.
Citizens, we need your assistance in awarding a winner to this dance competition. All for Clan Aria by applause. For Clan Krieg by applause. For Clan Veneda by applause. And for Talum putting out the vibe by applause. Ladies and gentlemen, we give you your winner.
That's for you.
Oh, thank you. Oh,
Champions, please return to your seats.
I don't want to dance ever again. That was painful.
Guilted feet of both over them.
It's safe to say there is no dancing in the monastery or the temple.
Darlings, I must say I'm terribly impressed. You especially. Well done.
Thank you. I didn't know my hips could do that.
We're learning a lot about each other tonight, apparently.
Well, my hips are very honest.
Which you think would have a negative effect around here.
Lady Veneda takes you, Lunan, by the arm and begins walking with you and says, "Come along all. Let's let the good times continue, shall we?"
Oh, yes, please.
You were fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
I love the honesty of your hips. In the distance, there is the sound of a horn blowing, da-da, da-da, and a voice calls, "Last call for Woodman's Wallop! Last call for Woodman's Wallop!" And Lady Veneda grows very excited. I haven't seen a good match of Woodman's Wallop in ages. Oh, do say you'll play.
What is it? It already sounds like fun.
Say you'll play.
I'll play. I'll play.
Well said, darlings, well said. Come along, come along. And she takes you to a large open field where a number of spectators have begun to gather. A rather official-looking gentleman is standing there. Woodman's Wallop! Ah, Lady Veneda, I see you've brought volunteers for us. Yes, they will play. They four.
Why do you have to say that so ominously?
Don't look a blessing in the mouth right now, man.
Oh, you're right. When you're right, you're right.
Don't deny a lady her secrets, darling.
Oh, of course not, lady. Yes.
This official-looking gentleman who is holding the trumpet says, "All right, you'll be participating in Woodman's Wallop. You can see that the field is divided into two halves, and you will be divided into two teams of two.
Oh.
Lady Veneda will select the teams as well, it's her party. Each of you will be given a protective cloak that will absorb a certain amount of damage.
Oh.
And then each team will be given a small woodman," and he gestures down next to him where there is a tiny figure made entirely out of lumber. It has a head that's just a block. It does not look like a baby. It has a squarish body, a head that's a simple wood block, arms that are simple pieces of lumber, as are the legs, and there's a large target painted on the chest. Each of you will be awarded your own woodman. The objective of the game is to protect your own woodman while destroying the woodman of your opponent.
Oh.
You may not pick up or touch your own woodman, but you can obviously interact with your opponents. You will win if you successfully destroy your opponent's woodman. You may also attempt to eliminate your opponents by dealing enough damage to them, for when the cloak receives full damage, it will shred and its magic is spent, and you will be eliminated. Players may also be eliminated if they are forced out of bounds.
May I ask a question?
Please.
How much damage does the cloak absorb?
The cloaks will give you 40 hit points of damage.
Oh. Never felt so strong.
So,
Feel
that's
flimsy.
true. It feels like Sunday morning.
So you can see the field is laid out. Again, you will start on opposite halves. You will be forced to compete against each other in teams of two. You may force your opponents out of the battlefield, for if anyone crosses the boundary, their cloak shreds immediately and they are disqualified and removed from the match. You are successfully victorious if you either destroy your opponent's woodman or eliminate your opponents.
And the elimination happens when the cloak is dissolved at 40. We don't receive any hit points beyond that?
I shouldn't think so.
Hexmaster, sir, a few points of clarification, if you would. Are they allowed to use all of their abilities in this particular match, or only fisticuffs?
They are allowed to use magic, weapons, and any means at their disposal. You may also heal your woodman.
Now, while I'm asking questions, does this mean any spell slots or special abilities that they spend now depleting their personal energy will not be available after the game?
That is absolutely correct.
Oh, a very risky game indeed, my friend. Very high stakes. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Barkeep.
What happens if we lose?
Well, then you've lost the game, darling.
We ain't gonna die, I don't think.
We want to do that.
So we're going to fight against each other. What are we fighting over a specific prize, or is it just, I mean,
Funny.
I guess.
Oh,
of
there's
course,
always a prize for the victor, of course.
Oh, okay. But, are we going to find out what that prize is, or is it a surprise prize?
What did I say about denying a lady her secrets, darling?
Oh, okay. I apologize, lady.
Don't worry about it, darling. You're fine. Champions. For the purposes of the game, Lady Veneda divides you into two teams. We have Krieg and Talum on one side, and then we will have Veneda and Arya on the other. You take your positions on the field, and we will be entering initiative order. Guardians, you will have 15 seconds to counsel your champions, beginning with Clan Veneda. 15 seconds on the clock.
So I used to play this game a lot in my youth, and I learned one thing.
Yeah?
I want you to be absolutely brutal.
Okay.
Just go all in, all right? You got no spells to use.
Just
stabby, stabby. It's a game.
Sounds fun to me.
Clan Talum, 15 seconds on the clock.
Great job dancing.
Thank you.
It occurs to me that the woodmen are made of wood.
Yes.
You know what? Druidcraft's really good at lighting on fire.
Oh, yes, that's a good idea.
And again, oh, well, he's gone.
Clan Krieg, 15 seconds on the clock.
There has been no blood, guts, or gore as of this moment, so I want blood.
I don't think that's possible because of the cloak, but I get what you're saying.
I want blood. No, I want blood or you're out of Krieg!
It's a good thing he's on my team.
Clan Arya, 15 seconds on the clock.
Hi. As much as I love a good game, I don't know how much investing spell slots or really anything in this game is.
That's what I'm worried about too.
So they're obviously gonna win.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
And with that, we enter combat. Big John, you're the first to act.
Okay, question. This little thing right next to the little wooden man. Can I hide there in that square right next to the wooden man?
You can hide behind these large stone obstructions.
Yes. Do I have to? I'm saying, but can I hide at the edge, or do I have to go more into the center?
If you want to hide, you'll want to be a little more behind.
Okay. Okay. Well, then I will do that. I will move. Just a second.
So, Nock, are the words Woodman's Wallop bringing up any traumatic memories for you or anything?
No, I really enjoyed this game as a kid. I was good at it.
Here we go.
Now,
right.
there wasn't the fate of the world as we know it at stake.
I'm going to bonus
so
action.
this is a little different.
I'm going to bonus action hide. So yes, I'm going to do that. 16?
Modifier.
10.
Ooh. More than enough.
And then I'm going to ready. Would I be able to hit someone if they walked up in front of it? Would I be able to hit them with a bow from there?
With a bow? Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to ready my short bow for whoever gets into that near enough.
Lunan.
Right, I'm going to walk in front of my little friend here, and I'm going to casually behind my back cast minor illusion to make him look like a rock.
All right.
And then I'm going to whistle a little bit and walk behind this barrier and duck down.
All right.
And as a bonus action, I'm going to whisper to my friend from Krieg, hey, I think you can turn this little one on their side to splinters and give him some bardic inspiration.
Nicely done. Krieg.
Quick point of clarification, my friend, about what bardic inspiration means. Bards are the best friend you can have. On the one hand, they seem poncy and worthless, a tad effeminate, and we don't know otherwise what they are for. However, they are actually the best friend you can have because they can inspire you, they tune into you and tell you exactly what you need to hear and magically give you a boost to your next action. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you, Barky.
Well said.
Boshy, how dare you! How dare you!
What does poncy mean?
Let's go.
So the first thing I'm going to do is go into a rage, because I'm not getting thrown out of Krieg. The next thing I'm going to do, let me just double check the range of it. Yeah, that looks just about right. I'm going to take a double move and dash as far as I can.
All right, you dash across the field. It is now the opportunity of the Woodman constructs to act.
What?
That's good to know. It's a good thing I can move.
That's a thing.
They both wander and kind of start shambling across the field with their little wooden non-bendy appendages.
Get closer.
It's a moving rock.
The image of the rock remains where you left it as the woodman walks out from it.
I thought I could animate it, but I guess I was wrong.
Sister Posey.
I think that requires an action.
Well, despite my best efforts, this really reminds me of a baby. So I'm going to...
A wooden baby.
I'm going to run after my baby and put myself right, let's say here, in front of Krieg.
Oh.
no.
Are you sure about that?
That's true, you are raging, aren't you?
Actually, question about that. Would his rage negate damage done to his magical cloak?
I am resistant to fearsome things.
But
Afraid it
he
would
is.
not.
Don't matter, I still hit harder.
No, it's true. No, it's very true.
And I got an axe, that thing's wood. I'm just cutting lumber at this point.
True.
Sister Posey?
Okay, I'm going to put myself right there because I want to stay close to him. And I'm going to cast... Hold on, I'm just going to check how far this can reach. No, it's not going to reach far enough. I'm going to apologize a lot and say, I'm really sorry, my friend. This doesn't mean anything, I promise. And cast Sacred Flame at my Krieg friend.
That's a dexterity
Oh, yes,
save.
you're right. And DC saving throw for you.
Dexterity saving throw.
Oh, really? It's a good thing I got danger sense. I get advantage with these things. That's a 2.
With advantage.
Good thing I got...
It's a very good thing.
That's a 12.
Modifier.
+2.
Total of 14 DC.
15.
It's not enough.
And I really am very sorry.
Bardic Inspiration. What?
Yep, that adds up. I'm afraid it is enough. So, he negates the damage then from the attack.
No damage.
No damage.
Interesting.
All right, that takes us back to the top of initiative order. Guardians, you have 15 seconds, beginning with Clan Veneda.
Look, I know he's your friend. I
Yeah.
know you're working on something together,
No, yeah.
but you better shoot him.
No, I'm going to.
Oh, okay.
That wasn't really in question.
Well then, tip top, you do it.
Thank you. I will.
Clan Talum, 15 seconds on the clock.
There's no stakes to this battle. You can just like attack people.
That's true. That's true.
You've got like a bow and things, and also like magic that can set wood on fire, which is the object of this game, I think.
That is a good idea.
Clan Krieg, 15 seconds.
So you said blood.
Blood. I want you to pick up Sister Posey.
Okay.
And just toss her out of reach.
Done.
She will probably hit head and bleed a little bit. Plus, I think she doesn't like blood.
Oh.
Clan Arya, 15 seconds on the clock.
Sister Posey, Clan Krieg is making a grave mistake. Because I don't think they're very wise.
It's good to know.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Big John.
Okay. I'm going to walk out of. So I was hidden, right? So I have the hiddenness on me.
You have the hiddenness.
Okay. So I'm going to kind of lean out. If I have to move, I'll move. Lean out and use my short bow and hit Krieg with my short bow.
I got a name.
Roll an attack.
Okay.
He's a rogue. Does he not know the word stealth?
What?
Hiddenness is a step beyond stealth.
Sure.
Okay, that's an 8.
Modifier.
All
7.
hiddenness is stealth, but not all stealth is
16.
hiddenness.
The AC of these cloaks is 15, so that will hit.
Okay. Okay.
Damage.
16.
16 damage to Krieg in his cloak.
Okay, and then I'm gonna move on back and then hide again. Sneaky little hiding. 18.
Oh yeah, he's
Very
gone.
sneaky.
Plus 10.
That will definitely do it. All right, moving down, Lunan.
Right, I'm going to pop out from behind my cover and pull out my longbow, which I don't get to play with very often, so I'm glad that these wooden things aren't alive, presumably. I really hope not.
Let's hope not.
And I'm going to make an attack at their little wooden doll.
All right, roll to attack.
Right, I'm going to draw back and let fly. That is an 11.
Modifier.
+6.
That is enough. Damage.
That's 7 damage.
7 damage.
Oh, he's a good shot. Say he doesn't shoot.
Do we
all
know
day.
how much health the wooden boys have?
You do not.
No, okay.
And
Just making sure.
with me movement, I'm going to walk in front of my own little wooden puppet friend. I'm going to name him Geppetto. It's all right, Geppetto.
Tuska.
Well, Sorry, Sister Posey. I like you and everything. But I'm gonna throw you.
May I make a reaction?
This will be an opposed grapple to see if you can hold her. Your next action, if you succeed, would be to throw. So I need both of you to first make your grapple check. Athletics.
That's a 14.
Modifier.
Plus the saving throw proficiency or base modifier?
Athletics.
Athletics. Oh, +7.
I believe you get advantage on that, don't you? Since you're raged.
I do. It's a strength check.
Yes.
That
Very
is
well. See? Bards.
That's a 17.
You
17
extra
plus
grab.
7.
Total of 24. Sister Posey, please roll athletics.
Right.
It's a 14.
Plus 4.
An impressive 18, but I'm afraid you are grappled.
Okay.
Oh, dear.
All right. So that is your action for this turn, Tuska. So when it comes back around, you would have your opportunity to attempt
Fair
to throw.
enough. I like you. I'm
It's just
gonna
a big bag.
crush you. Cut it in the axe.
Oh.
It is the construct's turn as they begin to amble around the field once again.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. Oh, why would you do that?
All right, Sister Posey, you have an opportunity to try and break out of this grapple unless you want to do something else.
Can I do that as a bonus action?
I'm afraid it would be your action.
That really put a damper on what I was going to do. It was going to be so good. All right.
Barkeep, open the channel.
Thank you.
I am opening the channel.
Sister Posey, this grapple does not prevent you from casting many of your spells, especially those like Suggestion, which only rely on vocal components.
We've already used Suggestion.
No, that was close, love.
Oh. Cautious.
Oh, dear.
All right, let me check again. All right. Feeling very cornered at the moment and really uncomfortable with this really
Think of it like a
stinky
big
arms
hug.
around me. It's really overpowering. This stench is really overpowering my senses at the moment. All right.
Do you want some
I
lunch?
would like
That's
to
fine.
roll Suggestion as a level 2.
Who are you casting it on?
I'm casting it on my good friend, who again I feel really sad that he's doing that. But I am going to suggest that kindly that he lets go of me and
walk
protects
out of
my
the area
own
and
wooden
walk-
man.
That last bit?
Protects my own wooden boy.
All right. Can she suggest more than one word?
Yes, I can suggest 2
A
sentences.
sentence or 2.
A sentence or 2? All right. Saving throw.
That is a wisdom saving throw.
Yes.
Wisdom saving throw from Tuska. The DC of 15?
Indeed.
I believe in you.
That's a 10.
Modifier?
+0.
+0.
That's what we call turning the tables.
You are compelled, for reasons you don't fully understand, to release Sister Tuska. And
Wait, what?
Sister Tuska! There's a new level of closeness between you. I apologize.
Two
Sister
marriages
Posey.
in 1 week.
And defend this small wooden creature. All right, that brings us back to the top of the initiative order, beginning with Clan Veneda. That's 15 seconds on the clock.
All right, well, what you want to do this time?
I guess I'm gonna have to stab him now.
Yeah, don't want to be attacking him because
Yeah.
you'll break that spell.
Yeah, you're right. If only she told him to walk out of the ring.
Clan Talum, 15 seconds on the clock.
Do you have like a thing about fire? Is that
No,
what it is? You've
no,
got
I-
like branches in your
I
head,
don't
so
know
like
how
I
much
get
room
it.
I need to get very close to cast bonfire on, to cast druidcraft to set them on fire, I believe. Within 5 feet.
Clan Krieg,
No.
15 seconds on the
That's
clock.
That little wooden thing looks very nice.
No, if you protect it, you're out. You're out.
I feel so conflicted right now.
Do you have the authority to banish someone from Krieg?
Of course I do.
Clan Arya, 15 seconds on the clock.
Did I do good?
That is more like it, yes.
All right.
Yeah, I think you guys have got this in the bag now.
Good. High five.
Ah!
Yeah. Bye.
Definitely wasn't a waste of a spell slot on friendly fire.
Big John, your opportunity to act with Lunan
She's got
following.
3 second level spell slots. He's only got 3 rages.
Is this wall leap overable, or how much? If it is, how much distance would that take?
You could leap over it, but it would be difficult terrain, so it would take twice the normal amount of movement.
He's very swift, and so his climbing and his walking is the exact same.
Oh, well, then you could just climb over it.
Okay. Okay. So I would like to first. Okay. Okay. Just a second. I apologize.
Your decisiveness is indeed inspiring.
Okay. So I'm going
Barkeep, sorry, Hexmaster, I'm going to interrupt.
Gornak.
I am also the bouncer in this particular bar, not just the friendly barkeep. If there is communication between the Guardians and their champions outside of the channel, that risks all of us because Kesukara's foul minions can hear.
Oh, well, that was to him.
You're in charge of that.
It was a very Veneda thing to do.
Why aren't you doing your jobs?
Friendly warning first.
He's much nicer than us.
Cowards! I haven't broken any rules.
How much have you had to drink tonight?
None.
Oh, that's a problem. Would you like something?
Yes. Some charisma, please. Thank you.
I'm going to pop up and fire my short bow at him from my because I'm hidden behind the barricade. I'd like to pop up and shoot him using the surprise.
Firing at
Talum or at Mossman. He's got a name.
All right.
Lunan.
Roll to attack.
Come on.
My self-esteem hurts.
Ooh, 9.
Modifier.
You have no need for this.
16
I
will
would
indeed
like
hit.
to interject with some cutting words.
I was hidden.
Doesn't matter.
I know, it probably doesn't.
Right, I would like to say as he fires, I'd like to say that's a very nice weapon. Are you compensating for something?
Cutting words?
Cutting words is bardic inspiration, unless he means vicious mockery again.
No, it's
cutting words. It's the opposite of bardic inspiration, so he has to subtract 4 from his next check.
This check.
This check.
Which would make the shot miss.
Okay, I would argue with that.
I
Because
didn't mean to
I
get
think you
inside
can
your head,
only
my
vicious
friend.
mockery attacks you can see, but whatever.
That wasn't vicious mockery.
Or no, whatever. But all right. Then I miss, and I'll charge him, I guess, using my bonus action to dash attack, or not dash attack. I mean to
Dash away. Lunan, is your opportunity to act.
Right. I am going to once again get in front of me little wooden friend Geppetto. Having a name makes him easier to protect. I learned that. I'm going to get in front of him because he's a little scoundrel, and I'm going to cast Druidcraft at the other to set him on fire.
All right, rules for this?
It just sets it on fire.
It creates a small bonfire.
Opening the channel.
You do have to be within 30 feet.
I think you have to.
Are you within 30 feet?
He's right on the edge.
He's 35.
35. All right.
He's
then
still got
there's a bit
movement.
more
He's still got
movement.
movement.
He's still got movement.
Bit more
All right.
movement, so 30 feet, and I'll cast Druidcraft to create a bonfire under him.
Thank you, Summoners.
Thank you.
It's a good one.
So there's no set damage for this. He's just
It's
placing
on fire, yeah.
in the space.
I mean, it's a wooden thing. It's on fire.
Probably going that would
Work with us, Scalable.
It's going to take 4 points of fire damage.
That
Hit it
works.
with a cantrip.
That's true.
Still not bad.
It's pretty good.
Does
Anything
it keep
else?
burning? Does the bonfire keep up?
The bonfire, I believe, would stay and last. We will see if the woodman stays in place or not
Right.
to stay in your bonfire.
Right, you right.
Tuska,
How long does suggestion last? I really don't want to get thrown out of Krieg.
I
but
learned a
like-
painful lesson yesterday that it lasts for 8 hours.
Oh. She didn't say who to protect it from, did she?
She did not.
But I did say it's our own, mine.
Yeah. Well, you ain't quite my friend. That thing is.
I think we're playing with the rules a little bit here. I don't want to get thrown out of creek! That's not our problem.
It's also his action.
Yeah. Can I hit her?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna smash her. I'm gonna attack recklessly too. I'm not getting thrown out of creek.
Roll to attack.
A moment, please, sir. Quick clarification on reckless attack. Because you are already raging, at this point you start foaming at the mouth, seeing only red. You throw caution to the wind, but you do not defend yourself. So this means you get advantage on the attack. However, your enemies get advantage on you. Back to the hex.
Thank you, Barkeep. Roll to attack.
That's a 19.
Rolling again.
I'll take the 10 more on the first attack.
All right.
Plus 7.
More than enough. Damage.
10.
Raging.
12. 12.
12 to Sister Posey.
What I'm gonna say. I thought we were friends!
I thought we were too, and I don't want to get thrown out of creek! That's like, the forehand's really good. The backhand, though. Let's see how that is tonight. It's a 9. That's a 12.
Modifier?
Plus 7.
That'll connect. 12 damage?
Mm-hmm.
All right, another 12 damage to Sister Posey. All right, our friendly little friends begin their ambling shamble across the field once again. All right, Sister Posey.
I bend over, physically and emotionally hurt a bit. I say, it's okay. I forgive you. I understand. And I take my movement right over here.
Yeah? Oh, you sure?
That will provoke an attack of opportunity.
Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah, and I get advantage. Oh, I don't like attacks of opportunity at all. My baby!
A quick point about attacks of opportunity. That is a new term. Anytime you are turning your back and running away from an enemy, they could to stab or slash at you. So her turning her back on our half-orc friend would be very foolhardy. Now back to Hex.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm trying to keep, as I bend over, and I'm trying to forgive my friend for wounding me, I'm trying to keep the bigger picture in mind. And I cast Sacred Flame at his legs because I don't want to damage his face.
This is a wisdom saving throw?
That's a dexterity
Dexterity saving throw.
Yeah. I can sense it coming. I got twinkle toes.
I'm really sorry.
Natural 20.
Oh, yes!
As she has attacked Tuska's suggestion broken.
Yes, it is.
All right.
What was I thinking?
Guardians, you have 15 seconds to counsel your champions, beginning with Clan Veneda.
Well, the charm's broken.
Yeah.
You might as well just shoot him.
It's true. I don't know. I just feel like we're gonna lose. Might as well just give up.
No!
I mean, I just feel like hiding doesn't do what it should, and it's all that kind of stuff.
Clan Talum, 15 seconds on the clock.
Maybe you should just try and talk Veneta into giving up. He seems pretty on the edge. The thing wasn't as effective as I thought it would be. I apologize.
That's all right. It was just a cantrip.
Clan Krieg, 15 seconds on the clock.
What do you think would happen if you punted little wooden man at the small friend?
I also have another plan. It's a little fighting dirty you want.
Okay.
Clan Arya, 15 seconds on the clock.
I made a mistake.
Sister Posey, the infighting here, truly the spirit of contention, it's too much. I think you should walk off the field. We're wasting time, we're wasting resources.
I like the direction this is going.
Me too. Big John, your opportunity to act.
I'm just gonna leave the field.
I'm like,
The only winning move is not to play.
How do you feel about that,
The only
Garnak?
winning move is
I think we're all just hurting each other's feelings.
As you cross the border of the playing field, your cloak turns to tatters and dissolves off.
I am a little sad about that. I like the cloak.
Sorry, my friend.
All right. Clan Talum.
I would like to go over to my little wooden friend and pick him up. And I would like to... walk off the field with him.
As you pick up this small wooden friend, your cloak immediately dissolves. As was stated in the rules, you may not touch your own woodman.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, no.
But seeing how as your objective was to leave the field,
I'll still do that.
your cause is about the same outcome. Tuska.
I am going to hold my action.
For a trigger of?
I want to see what Sister Posey does next.
All right.
It might be a swing, it might not, but I want to see what she does.
It is the Woodman Construct's opportunity to act. The one in your arms tries to wiggle and get back onto the field.
Oh, it's all right, Japan.
But as you have it, as the other moves, Sister Posey.
I would like to give Tuska a hug and say, I'm sorry, I didn't realize it. And I'd like to go and pick up our wooden construct, and I'd like to give it to Tuska and say, you should destroy it.
Before she does, as she hugs me, I want to hug her back. And I want to say, we are the Hexant. Infighting shouldn't be what we're doing. None of us should win this, because all of us are working together. Would you walk off the field with me? I want to take her hand and walk off the field with her.
The tiny wooden figure watches you go.
That was beautiful.
I might have just gotten kicked out of Krieg. I'm looking for houses. Is Talon hired? I hear they have an open room.
We have a lot of room at the orphanage.
Also, I'm pretty sure Veneda is a pretty open.
Oh, they got a
enrollment.
big house, but they're all dead here, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Lady Veneda is sitting on the sidelines of the field watching this unfold. Well, you're an emotional bunch, aren't you?
The only winning move was not to play.
They did tell you it was a game.
Games don't hurt friends.
Lady Veneda, if I do interject, I happen to know a thing or two about Veneda, having some friends from the clan, and I believe that Veneda is not too particular about rules. I feel like there are of those who find ways around rules to win.
I'd also like to point out that the most non-Krieg thing to do, I just did. I'm probably kicked out of the house. Oh God, it's all sinking in now. I'm gonna be sick.
She raises a hand towards the gentleman with the trumpet who is officiating and beckons him forward as he's carrying a wooden chest. He looks extremely out of sorts.
They didn't play at all. I don't even know what this is. They're holding hands and walking off the field together. Lady Veneda, we simply cannot give them this.
This one knows how to play his own game. And she opens the chest and pulls out a small ring. This was the prize for the game.
Oh.
I'd like for you to have it.
Thank you. I'm very much obliged.
Oh. The keys, my friend. They're sparking, they're smoking, they are draining fast. I am sorry.
Pasha, I understand. Please call back our champions.
Oh, quick.
Okay, I am now closing the portals and the channels.
Oh, good. You're still here, Slivers.
Oh dear.
Hey, boss.
Tuska.
How's it going, boss?
Good.
Oh no.
Great.
If you don't kill something next time,
Yeah.
you're out.
Done.
But
Oh, she's got the swing.
Are you threatening a guardian?
no, I'm like you enough
protecting my
not
friend.
to kill her, but Tuska,
She's already beaten me up once. I know I can't win that fight.
kill something, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
And now, my friends, it is time for the voting for the Medal of Throsia. We go to hivechannel5.com for this particular vote. You have until 3 p.m. tomorrow to cast your vote. Now, remind me where to go.
HiveChannel5.com.
Okay, I think I understand. One more time.
HiveChannel5.com.
And until what time again?
3 p.m. Throsia time.
Excellent. So now it is time for us to bid farewell to Galibor. Round of applause for our dear Hexman. Guardians, please stand. And now, friends and citizens, applause for our guardians. Champions, please arise. A round of applause for our champions as well. And now, all of my friends, if you feel so moved, next time, come and lend us your faith, lend us your magic, and most importantly, lend us your presence as we once more enter the